200 may I help you?
Please, I've been shot.
What's your address?
I'm on Dahoon Street.
I don't know how Doug crawled to the telephone and got the telephone down and dialed 911. It's just a miracle to me. Shot in the stomach and shot in the arm and in the head.
He was shot in the head?
Yeah. Went kind of around his cheekbone, jawbone, and out the side.
Can you see the lady right now that is with you? No, I'm laying on the floor in the kitchen. Okay. Where's she at? The living room or? She's laying on the couch. On the couch. I just shot her twice.
To come in and shoot Doug and shoot Linda, who was sitting on the sofa grading her third grade students' papers. The papers scattered everywhere.
Bud Stauffer shot me and one other person, and I'm dying.
A lot of nights in the ICU room sleeping on a couch with him. I don't think any of us expected him to live. First thing he said when I went in to see him, he looked up at me and he just said, Linda. And I shook my head no, and he started crying.
Linda Reeves, a beloved local teacher, murdered inside her boyfriend Doug Evans' home. Doug also shot 3 times but survived. We spoke to Doug years ago as he recovered.
January 24th, 85, when he shot my girlfriend, Linda Reeves, and shot me and left me for dead.
Doug telling us firsthand what he thought the motive was.
I guess he wanted my wife and my money and life insurance also.
Investigators believe Doug was Stauffer's target that night because his estranged wife was Stauffer's new girlfriend. Linda just happened to be inside the home.
Did you all ever talk about what happened?
Oh yeah, lots of times.
What was his account?
He just shot Linda in the head and started shooting Doug.
Linda did not make it. Doug, who passed away in 2016, spent the rest of his life working to make sure Linda was remembered.
We'll do what we need to do to see that justice is done.
Linda was a real person, not something like you see on television.
A real person with a real impact.
She was my pledge sister in my sorority, and we all, as sorority sisters, got to know each other. Your personality, your hopes, your dreams.
Not only was she Sandra Nafe's pledge sister at UCO, Linda and Sandra roomed together inside the Alpha Gamma Delta house.
I was on the top bunk. She was on the bottom bunk. You know, when you're on the top bunk, you hear hopes and dreams, but you also hear her prayers. You know, she prayed at night. I could hear that and won't forget that ever. That she prayed for her family and for her friends.
A passion for others and a passion for teaching.
Teaching was a true love of hers. What she did in our sorority also leads to that. She was the person that wanted to make things for people, the cards, the surprises.
And a passion for life.
She had this laughter that kind of started in her tummy, a deep, rolling laughter that would roll out of her throat, out of her mouth, and by the time it got out of her mouth, we're telling these stories and she's laughing so hard we would forget the story because we are laughing. She made all of us have a round robin of laughter.
But when it came to her work, she was no nonsense.
One of the hardest working people I've ever known. She was a school teacher, but she always had a second job. She worked at a call center. She worked she had a full-time job sometimes and was a substitute teacher.
Linda and Sandra kept in close touch after college. One day, Linda called up her college roommate and wanted to double date with her new beau, Doug Evans.
We went to the state fair. I think that is odd that we would all go to the state fair, but we went to the state fair of Oklahoma.
Romantic.
Yes, corn dogs for dinner. Clearly, you could tell they were a match.
But it was not long after that double date, Sandra would speak at Linda's funeral.
She was a Christian. She helped me know the importance of that. And I wonder if that was something that tied us together, allowed me, I think, to be able to do her eulogy at her funeral. And it was packed. Little kids, her children, her third grade class. You could hear them ask questions to their parents and the parents struggling to say the right answers.
Linda Reeves, taken away from her students, her friends, her family at just 35 years old. And Doug Evans, forever changed as well.
Doug survived, but still, though, his life was never the same.
Right. For, I guess, years, he had to go in the doctor's office pretty regularly and have his throat stretched. He never was healthy Doug again.
But just last month, the Pardon and Parole Board recommending clemency for Bigler Stauffer, not because they doubt his guilt, but because of concerns over how Oklahoma executes death row inmates.
Just dumbfounded. It's just not believable because it is so clear that he murdered Linda.
Stouffer's son holding a press conference in an effort to cast doubt on his father's conviction.
This has not been a complete investigation from the first day. They heard one side of the story. There's 3 sides to every story. They took one and ran with it.
Do you believe that Bigler Stouffer committed these crimes?
Oh, absolutely. No doubt about it. You went through 2 trials, so in 30-some years of appeals, so there's no doubt in my mind.
I have noticed throughout this entire interview you haven't said the suspect's name. Is that because you want the spotlight to be on her?
Absolutely. We want to make her present.
Or you want her to be known for the way she lived and not the way she died?
Yes. Yes. This was a life that mattered. If you think about it, Linda has been dead now longer than she lived her life. And it was a full, wonderful, great life. So thank you for letting me share about her.